What is the meaning of the verb plan on?
When you plan on doing something, you intend to do it. What are you planning on doing tonight?
What is the meaning of the verb wash up?
When you wash up, you wash your hands thoroughly. Go and wash up, it's time for dinner.
What is the meaning of the verb get inland to?
When you get in or get into a place, you arrive. When the vehicle you are in gets in or gets into a place, it arrives. Come in is similar to get in. I'll be waiting for you at the station when your train gets into the station.
What is the meaning of the verb open up?
When you open a room or building up, you unlock or open the doors so that people can enter. The manager was late and didn't open up the store until 10:30.
What is the meaning of the verb go up, to?
When a schedule or plan ends at a certain time or date, the schedule or plan goes up to that time or date. Do you have the new schedule? This one goes up only to the end of April.
What is the meaning of the verb let inland to?
When you let people or things in or let people or things into a place, building, room, and so on. You allow them to enter by giving them permission to enter or by opening a door, gate, and so on. When the guests arrived, the butler opened the door to let them in.
What is the meaning of the verb look around?
When you turn your head to see what is behind you or around you, you look around. I heard a sound, and I looked around to see who it was. Sally looked around the room and didn't recognize anyone.
What is the meaning of the verb take over?
When people, groups, or countries take control of a place by force, they take it over. The hijackers took over the plane and ordered the pilot to fly to Havana.
What is the meaning of the verb take out?
When you take people out / you go with them to do something enjoyable, dinner in a restaurant. A movie, and so on, and pay for it yourself. Jim took his girlfriend out last Friday.
What is the meaning of the verb sign out?
When you sign something out, such as a book or something valuable or important. You write your name on a list to show that you have borrowed the item and are responsible for returning it. The professor signed the book out of the rare book room.
What is the meaning of the verb look forward to?
When you look forward to something or look forward to doing something. You are excited about something in the future because you enjoy it or because it will benefit you in some way. It's been 4 years since my brother went overseas. I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
What is the meaning of the verb put back in formal?
When you put back alcoholic beverages, you drink a lot of them. Did you see how much David was drinking last night? He sure can put it back.
What is the meaning of the verb grow up?
When you grow up, you gradually change from a child to an adult. I grew up on a small farm in North Dakota.
What is the meaning of the verb count up?
When you count all of something to see how many of them there are, you count them up. Count the money up and tell me what the total is.
What is the meaning of the verb fill up?
When you fill something up, you fill it completely. My radiator must be leaking, it has to be filled up with water every day.
What is the meaning of the verb hang around in formal?
When you hang around people, you spend a lot of time with them. When you hang around a place, You spend a lot of time there. Jim and Bill were good friends. They always hung around when they were kids.
What is the meaning of the verb come across?
When people cross from one side of a space or distance to where you are, they come across. As soon as Nicole saw me, she came across the room and gave me a big hug.
What is the meaning of the verb screw up informal?
When people make a mistake that causes a problem for you, they screw you up. You really screwed me up when you lost my car keys.
What is the meaning of the verb go through with?
When you do something that you have decided to do even though it may be dangerous or unpleasant or others may object, you go through with it. The spokeswoman said the company would go through with its plan to move the company to Mexico.
What is the meaning of the verb go around?
When you go around a place, you visit various parts of it. The president went around the state giving the same speech at every stop.
What is the meaning of the verb put inland to?
When you put money in or put money into a bank or an account at a bank, you deposit the money. Put inland to is the opposite of take out. We put $10,000 into our savings account.
What is the meaning of the verb sign in?
When you sign in, you write your name on a list to show that you have arrived at your workplace or at some other place, such as a hotel or a club. All visitors to the consulate are asked to sign in.
What is the meaning of the verb lock in?
When you lock people in, you lock a door or gate so that they cannot leave a room, building, or other place. Seven people died because they were locked in the burning building.
What is the meaning of the verb lead up to?
When one or more actions, events, or situations lead up to a final action. Event, or situation, they precede and cause or partially cause it. Several minor battles led up to a full-scale war. The detective said, Jake didn't shoot Hank for no reason, something led up to it.
What is the meaning of the verb come out of?
When people or things leave a place, room, or house that you are not in, they come out of it. The police held their fire when they saw the gunman coming out of the house with his hands in the air.
What is the meaning of the verb mess up informal?
When you mess up a place, you make it dirty or disorganized. You kids can play in the living room, but don't mess it up.
What is the meaning of the verb get up, to?
When you move to a higher level or place, or from south to north. You get up or get up to that level or place. Get down is the opposite of get up. Go up is similar to get up. I haven't gotten up to my brother's house in Canada for a long time.
What is the meaning of the verb knock off?
When you knock something off, you either accidentally or deliberately use. Force to make it fall from a place above the ground to the ground below. Susie knocked a glass off the table and broke it.
What is the meaning of the verb blow up, adjective, informal?
When you blow up or blow up at someone, you suddenly become very angry. When you blow up over something, you suddenly become very angry because of it. Heather blew up at her boyfriend when she saw him dancing with Linda.
What is the meaning of the verb leave out?
When you leave people or things out, you accidentally or deliberately do not include them in a group. Tell me the entire story from beginning to end. Don't leave anything out.
What is the meaning of the verb go after?
when a business tries to increase its profits by trying to increase. Its market share or its number of customers, it goes after them. The CEO said he wanted to go after new customers in China.
What is the meaning of the verb get on?
When you mount an animal, bicycle, motorcycle, and so on, you get on it. The children got back on their bikes and went home.
What is the meaning of the verb keep to?
When you keep information to yourself, you do not tell anyone. This is a secret, so keep it to yourself.
What is the meaning of the verb go inland to?
When you go in or go into a place, building, room, and so on, you enter it. It's getting too dark to play tennis. Let's go in.
What is the meaning of the verb come out, to?
When people leave a city and come out to a place outside the city where you are, they travel to that place. Would you like to come out and visit our farm?
What is the meaning of the verb keep on?
When you keep people on at their place of employment, you continue to employ them. Everyone on the hotel staff was fired after the hotel went out of business. except for two guys who were kept on to clean and paint the building.
What is the meaning of the verb get in?
When a store gets something in, it receives a delivery of something that it will offer for sale. Karen asked the sales clerk when the store was going to get some summer dresses in.
What is the meaning of the verb get to?
When you get to something that you want or need to do, you find the time to do it. When you get to work, you start working. My boss told me to get off the phone and get back to work.
What is the meaning of the verb ring up?
When you want to buy something in a store. A cashier uses a cash register to ring up what you want to buy in order to determine how much money you must pay. Well, I guess I'll take this one. Can you ring it up, please?
What is the meaning of the verb run out of?
When you do not have any more of something because you have used. Consumed, or sold all of it, you run out or run out of it. Sam was late to work this morning because he ran out of gas.
What is the meaning of the verb stick out?
When a characteristic or feature of something sticks out, that feature is very noticeable. One thing that really stuck out about him was the strange way he laughed.
What is the meaning of the verb see about?
When you talk to someone to get permission for something or to arrange something. You see about it or see someone about it? Is Luis going to see about changing his flight from the 5th to the 6th?
What is the meaning of the verb stand up?
When you stand up, you change from a sitting position to a standing position. Get up is similar to stand up. Everyone stands up when the judge enters the courtroom.
What is the meaning of the verb break in?
When you arrive at a hotel and arrange for a room, you check in or check into the hotel. After I arrive in Denver, I'll go straight to my hotel and check in.
What is the meaning of the verb come across?
When people cross from one side of a space or distance to where you are, they come across. By 1910, millions of immigrants had come across the ocean to America.
What is the meaning of the verb take out?
When you take people out / you go with them to do something enjoyable, dinner in a restaurant. A movie, and so on, and pay for it yourself. What do you think about taking mom out for Mother's Day?
What is the meaning of the verb knock off informal?
When you knock off, you finish working. I quit working at 5 o'clock last night, but Sean didn't knock off until 8:30.
What is the meaning of the verb go around?
When you go around in a certain condition or go around doing something. You go to various places and allow other people see you. Are you going to go around all day wearing that stupid hat?
What is the meaning of the verb put to?
When you confront people with a difficult or thought-provoking question. Accusation, or proposition, you put it to them. When Prof. Klein put his theory to me like that, I realized what he was talking about.
What is the meaning of the verb point to?
When you indicate people or things with your hand or a finger, you point to them. When an arrow or a sign indicates something, it points to it. The waitress couldn't hear me, so I pointed to my empty glass and she understood. The prosecutor asked, "Can you point to the man you saw carrying the gun?"
What is the meaning of the verb go up, to?
When you approach a person, you go up to that person. There's Sarah, go up and introduce yourself.
What is the meaning of the verb stick up?
When you push something inside a container or space that is long and narrow, you stick it up. Mark stuck his hand up the chimney to try to find the hidden key.
What is the meaning of the verb cut down?
When you cut down a tree, you use a saw or an axe to cut it and make it fall to the ground. You should cut that dead tree down before it falls on your house.
What is the meaning of the verb come from?
When something comes from a source, that is where it originated. The mechanic heard a strange sound coming from the engine.
What is the meaning of the verb lie around always continuous?
When something is lying around, it is disorganized and no one is using it or paying attention to it. Jake is a slob. There are empty beer cans and old newspapers lying around all over his house.
What is the meaning of the verb aim at?
When you point a weapon at people or things, you aim it at them. The robber aimed the gun right at my head.
What is the meaning of the verb believe in?
When you believe in something or believe in doing something. You have a strong opinion about something that is important to you. Maria doesn't believe in sex before marriage.
What is the meaning of the verb keep up with?
When you are in a group that is studying, working, and so on. And you are able to learn or work at the same rate as the others, you keep up or keep up with the group. Fall behind is the opposite of keep up. The assembly line was going so fast that no one could keep up.
What is the meaning of the verb cut up?
When you use a knife or pair of scissors to cut something. So that there are many small pieces, you cut it up. The boy's mother is cutting a piece of meat up for him.
What is the meaning of the verb pay up?
When you pay up, you pay all the money you owe to a person. Bank, and so on, usually as a result of pressure to pay the money. I wasn't surprised when the insurance company refused to pay up.
What is the meaning of the verb wear off?
When the surface of something is gradually removed by friction or exposure to the elements so that what is beneath the surface is exposed, the surface wears off. You could see the wood where the paint had worn off.
What is the meaning of the verb hang around informal?
When you hang around people, you spend a lot of time with them. When you hang around a place, you spend a lot of time there. Eric's mother is worried. She doesn't like the guys he's hanging around with.
What is the meaning of the verb go away, to?
When you leave your home and live temporarily at another place, such as a school, you go away to that place. Jane didn't go away to school, she went to a school near her home.
What is the meaning of the verb chop up?
When you chop something up, you cut it into small pieces with a knife or other sharp instrument. Chop it up into pieces about half an inch in size.
What is the meaning of the verb hear of?
When you learn information about something that makes you angry and you say you will not hear of it. You mean that you will not tolerate or allow it? I won't hear of it.
What is the meaning of the verb go after?
When law enforcement officials try to prosecute people through a legal procedure, they go after them. The senator introduced a bill designed to go after deadbeat dads.
What is the meaning of the verb pick out?
When you choose something from a group because you prefer it to the others in the group, you pick it out. Have you picked out a dress to wear to the party yet?
What is the meaning of the verb lay off?
When you lay off something, such as a food or an activity. You stop consuming the food, or doing the activity. Listen to the way you're coughing. You've got to lay off cigarettes.
What is the meaning of the verb blow off informal?
When you do not do something that you are supposed to do because you do. Not want to, or because you do not think it is important, you blow it off. Bob had a hangover, so he blew off helping Marcia fix her car.
What is the meaning of the verb talk to?
When you talk to people, you have a conversation with them. Are you talking to me?
What is the meaning of the verb make up?
When you do something that you were required to do earlier but did not. Such as attend a class, take a test, or complete a homework assignment, you make it up. Karen asked the teacher about making up the test that she missed.
What is the meaning of the verb go along with?
When you agree with people or agree with what they are saying, you go along with them. What's my opinion? I go along with Omar.
What is the meaning of the verb get off?
When you are standing, lying, or sitting on something, such as a horse, bicycle, motorcycle. Stage, platform, or piece of furniture, and you step down from it onto the ground, you get off it. You're so lazy. Why don't you get off the couch and help me? Get off your bicycle and come inside.
What is the meaning of the verb get through, with?
When you get through with an activity. Or get through doing an activity, you finish it or finish doing it. After you get through washing the dishes, you can start ironing.
What is the meaning of the verb get in?
When you get an activity in, you find the time for it or make the time for it. Dinner isn't until 7:30, so we've got time to get a tennis game in.
What is the meaning of the verb go around?
When people or things follow a circular path and return to the same place, they go around. It took 7 days to go around the island.
What is the meaning of the verb keep down?
When you keep the cost, quantity, or amount of something down, you keep it a low level. They wanted a small wedding. But they have such large families that it was hard to keep the number of guests down.
What is the meaning of the verb wake up?
When you stop sleeping, you wake up. When you cause other people to stop sleeping, you wake them up. Ah is so sleepy in class that the teacher must wake him up every 5 minutes.
What is the meaning of the verb knock out?
When you knock people out, you hit them hard enough to cause them to lose consciousness. When people are knocked out, they are hit by someone or something hard enough to cause them to lose consciousness. David fell and hit his head on the sidewalk so hard that it knocked him out.
What is the meaning of the verb stay out?
When you stay out, you do not return to your house. I stayed out late last night, and I'm really exhausted.
What is the meaning of the verb foot around, with, informal?
When two people fool around or fool around with each other, they have sexual relations. even though one or both of them may be married to someone else or even though their families or society may not approve. Sally's father caught her and Jim fooling around in the basement.
What is the meaning of the verb hold out, for?
When you hold out for something. You refuse to compromise in a negotiation and accept anything less than your original demands. The union spokesman said the union members would hold out until their demands were met.
What is the meaning of the verb think ahead?
When you think ahead, you plan for a future situation or activity so that you will not have a problem. We thought ahead before we drove through the desert. We took 40 liters of water.
What is the meaning of the verb fall through?
When a plan, an arrangement, or a business deal does not happen or is cancelled. Because of a problem or because someone does not do what is expected, it falls through. Our house is back on the market. The deal fell through because the buyers couldn't get a loan.
What is the meaning of the verb come on?
When you come on a certain way, you speak or deal with people in that way. Paul needs to learn to be more of a gentleman. He comes on too strong, and women don't like that.
What is the meaning of the verb get in?
When a store gets something in, it receives a delivery of something that it will offer for sale. I wanted to buy that new book, but the bookstore hasn't gotten it in yet.
What is the meaning of the verb go for?
When you say that a statement about one person or thing goes for another person or thing. You mean that it is also true about the other person or thing. When you say that goes for me, you are agreeing with someone else's opinion. Betty's really angry about it, and that goes for me, too.
What is the meaning of the verb deal with?
When a book, film, article, speech, and so on, deals with a certain subject, that is what it is about. The governor's speech dealt with the growing crime rate.
What is the meaning of the verb keep up with?
When you keep up or keep up with people or things that are moving, you are able to move at the same rate. Fall behind is the opposite of keep up. The wounded soldiers couldn't keep up with the rest of the army.
What is the meaning of the verb get inland to?
When you get in or get into a place, building, room, car, boat, and so on, you enter it. We'd better get into the school, the bell's going to ring soon.
What is the meaning of the verb put up?
When you contribute money to pay for or help pay for something, you put up the money. The mayor offered to put up half the money necessary to build a new stadium for the team.
What is the meaning of the verb get back at?
When you get back at people, you do something bad to them because they have done something bad to you. John won't forget what you did to him. He'll definitely get back at you someday.
What is the meaning of the verb pull out, of?
When a car, truck, or other vehicle pulls out or pulls out of a The accident happened when the Ford pulled out in front of the Chevy.
What is the meaning of the verb get back, to?
When you return to a level or place where you were before, you get back or get back to that place. Mark lost a tot of weight when he was sick, and it took him a long time to get back to his old weight.
What is the meaning of the verb move in, with?
When you move in or move in with people. You bring your furniture and other personal possessions into a place where you will live. Bill moved out of his house for a while when he separated from his wife, but yesterday he moved back in.
What is the meaning of the verb put up?
When you build or install something, such as a building, shelf, fence, or wall, you put it up. We need to put up a fence to keep the rabbits out of our garden.
What is the meaning of the verb dress up, like /is?
When people wear old-fashioned clothes or costumes. They dress up like someone, or dress up as someone. At Jane's costume party, everyone has to dress up as a clown.
What is the meaning of the verb get to?
When you get to a place, you arrive there. When you get lito a place, you help them to go there or take them there. When you get to work, you arrive at the place where you work. When I get to Tokyo, I'll call to let you know I arrived safely.
What is the meaning of the verb go in for?
When you go in for a certain activity, you like it and do it regularly. Brian really goes in for any kind of outdoor activity.
What is the meaning of the verb work out?
When a calculation or measurement works out to be a certain amount. This amount is the result of the calculation or measurement. The cost of the booze we need for the reception works out to more than $1,500.
What is the meaning of the verb talk down to?
When you talk down to people, you use a tone of voice or an attitude that shows you think they are less intelligent. Less educated, or from a lower level of society than you. Bob hates Jane because of the way she talks down to him.
What is the meaning of the verb pick up?
When you pick up a place that is messy, you organize or tidy it. Timmy's mother told him he couldn't play outside until he picked up his room.
What is the meaning of the verb turn out usually followed by to be plus an adjective? An infinitive verb plus a noun, or a complete sentence.
When things or people turn out to be a certain way, it is discovered or considered that they are that way. When things or people turn out to be something, it is discovered or considered that they are that thing. When you say that it turns out, that, or turned out, that, and then make a statement of fact. You mean that this information, which is contrary to what you believed or expected, was discovered to be true. Before I met Rusty's son, Danny, I assumed he had red hair like his father. But Danny turned out to have black hair.
What is the meaning of the verb goof around informal?
When you waste time playing or doing silly or unimportant things, you goof around. Fool around is the same as goof around. Stop goofing around and get to work.
What is the meaning of the verb catch up, with?
When you move faster and reach the same level or place as people who had been. Moving faster or doing better than you were, you catch up or catch up with them. Pepsi has caught up with Coca-Cola in some markets.
What is the meaning of the verb get ahead?
When you get ahead, you become more successful and make progress in your job or your life. Getting ahead is pretty easy when your father owns the company.
What is the meaning of the verb figure out?
When you figure out something, such as the answer to a question, the solution to a problem. Or why a person is a certain way or acts a certain way, you think about and succeed in understanding it. Joe's so hostile all the time. I can't figure him out.
What is the meaning of the verb run out, of?
When you do not have any more of something because you have used. Consumed, or sold all of it, you run out or run out of it. I'm sorry I can't give you sugar for your coffee, I've run out.
What is the meaning of the verb put inland to?
When you put money in or put money into something. You contribute money to help pay for something or as an investment you hope will return a profit. When the check came for dinner, we each put $25 in.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When you are put out by people, you are annoyed by something they have said or done. Dan was put out by Sam's ungrateful attitude.
What is the meaning of the verb call up?
When you call people up, you call them on the telephone. I'm called up by charities asking for money.
What is the meaning of the verb stick with?
When you stick people with something. You force them to take something or deal with something undesirable or unpleasant. The shoes I bought don't fit, but the store where I bought them doesn't accept returns. So I guess I'm stuck with them.
What is the meaning of the verb give up?
When you are running from or fighting with the police or enemy soldiers and you surrender. You give up or give yourself up. When the bank robbers realized they were surrounded by police, they gave up. The suspect got tired of hiding from the police, and he gave himself up.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When a wall, column, or other structure supports the weight of something above it. Such as a ceiling, it holds it up. The house was held up by jacks. The foundation was repaired.
What is the meaning of the verb make out always used with to be?
When you make people or things out to be a certain way or a certain thing. You describe or consider them to be this way or to be this thing. The critics made the film out to be a real bore, but I liked it.
What is the meaning of the verb lock up?
When you lock people up, you put them in prison. Whoever committed that terrible crime ought to be locked up forever.
What is the meaning of the verb hand over?
When you give someone responsibility for an important project, duty, or problem. You hand that project, duty, or problem over or hand it over to someone. The TV news anchor handed the show over to the reporter at the White House.